Welcome to my beginner's guide to chests. Chests can be obtained in most of the different games modes and is the main source for resources. If you go here at the top right, open your wallet. When I say resources, I mean gold, food, or shards, scrolls, runes, glyphs, not marks. This is only for events, crystals, and relics. So, as well as obviously pieces of equipment. When you start the game, you have 3 open slots for free. And there is one follower, Northelm, that as you level him up and increase his rarity, every time you increase his rarity, you will get 1 additional chest slot, up to a maximum of 5 at level 50. So, with Northelm at level 50, you will get the 3 base plus 5, a total of 8 chest slots, as you can see here. There is also an additional chest slot, but it's only for VIP players. Now, there are a total of 5 types of chests. If we go to skirmishes, here we can see the drop rates for the 5 rarities whenever you open, you obtain a chest here, either by fighting it yourself or by using a loot ticket. So as you can see here, the drop rates from lower quality to higher quality are 37% for the wooden chest, 29% for the iron chest, 19% for the gold chest, 10% for the ruby chest, and 5% for the diamond chest. If we go to dungeons, you can see that the drop rates are slightly different. You cannot get wooden chests in dungeons, and you have a 40% for iron, 30 for gold, 20 for ruby, and 10 for diamond. Also, if you play in a party, you get an additional chance to get a diamond chest that goes up to plus 2% for a 4-player party, which is not a lot, but considering that the base is 10%, I think this goes on top up to 12%, but I'm not 100% sure about it. Now, when we talk about chests, we need to consider 2 things. The first thing is the quality of the chest, and the second thing is the level of the chest. So, wooden chests will drop gold, all chests will drop gold. But in the case of wooden chests, they will drop gold plus 2 random things, and those things can be either food or any of the 5 types of shards. Iron chests can drop the same as wooden chests, but they have 3 drops instead of 2. Again, I'm not counting gold as a base drop. These are additional drops on top of gold. And they can drop anything else. They can drop gear, they can drop spells, minions, relics, crystals. However, the chances to get good equipment from an iron chest are very, very, very small. So in my opinion, I prefer to save my keys and save my food for when I'm specifically farming either minions or spells. That's when I open iron chests. If I'm farming for pieces of equipment, I usually salvage them without opening. And then we have golden chests, which drop gold plus 4 additional drops, ruby chests, gold plus 5 additional drops. And finally, we have the highest rarity, which are diamond chests, which drop gold plus 6 random drops. Now, sometimes you open a chest and you will see that you only get one drop instead of two, or one instead of three. Those are drops that rolled the same item. For example, food. Sometimes you open a wooden chest and you only get food. And you may be thinking, well, this is only one drop. What happened? Well, what happened is that the game rolled food twice and you got twice as much food. It's just that the game doesn't tell you you got food twice, it just gives you the total number of food you got. So let's open a few chests for, I'm looking for skirmish. Yeah, right here with loot tickets. So I can show you also the importance of the level. When you select a chest, for example, the chest that I have right here, you can see the level of the chest at the top. This icon is from the specific dungeon that it dropped from. This is, for example, from Season 2.2, which is track equipment. But the number on top is the level of the chest. The maximum level is 100. Now, why is the number of the level important? Well, first of all, if your character's level is below 50, there is a maximum cap of chests you can obtain, which is your level. So if you have a character level 40, you cannot obtain any chest above level 40. You need to be level 50 in order to obtain level 100 chests. So let's get one level 100 chest and see what I get. Okay, it's a wooden chest. I'm going to spend one key to open it. And as I told you, it's gold plus 2 drops. The Ice Cream Imps is a specific event that is running right now, so ignore this. The normal drop is food plus 30 ore plus 20 armor shards. Okay, remember this number, 30 ore. Let's open another one for this example. Okay, we got a golden chest. Again, let's spend a key and let's see what we've got. And we got one piece of equipment. But note that we only got 3 drops, 188 minion shards, 130 accessory shards, and 1 piece of equipment. However, this was a gold chest. It should have been 4. So what happened here is that probably the minion shards, it could have been the accessory shards, but most likely it was the minion shards rolled twice. But the game doesn't tell me, oh yeah, you got 96 minion shards twice. It just says 188, which is the total. Let's open another one. I'm trying to get food so I can show you how it works with a lower level chest. Okay, this one is iron and we got 3 and 55 ore. Remember that in the wooden chest we got 30 ore with 1 drop, and this is 1 drop of 55 ore. So the higher quality the chest, even if you get the same type of resource, you get higher quantity. Now, let's give it a try with a lower, excuse me, that was, oh well, this is a skirmish, so it doesn't matter. Let's go down to a lower level chest. This is the lowest one. I can open it with this character, level 36. So let's see if we can get an iron drop so you can compare the quantities. Okay, let's have a look. Well, we didn't get what we wanted, but remember that in the golden level 101, we got 188 minion shards, and I said that it was probably a double drop. Here we got 23, which is a considerably lower amount. And we got 185 armor shards. Again, only 3 drops when a golden chest should have 4, which means that armor shards rolled twice. Let's see if we can get one with ore, so I can show you the numbers. Okay, wooden chest, perfect. And we are not lucky, and we got high amount of shards. Okay, let's try again. Another golden one, and yeah. Shards can fluctuate a lot in numbers. As you can see, I'm trying to get an ore drop. Okay, let's see if this one works. No, but we got 115 food and only 11 armor shards. As I said, the numbers can fluctuate a lot when they drop shards. Usually with food and with ore, the numbers are clear. But my point is, opening higher level chests, even if you get the same amount of resources, is better because you will get higher amounts. Excuse me, the same type of resources, you will get higher amounts. That's what I meant to say. Now, I usually only open level 100 chests because they are the highest level and therefore they have the highest amount of resources. Also, higher level chests have a lower chance to drop low level equipment. So when you get an equipment uh, drop, for example, if it's a mythical drop, mythical items can have a quality, let me open this one for example, can have a quality from 501 to 1000. If you open a higher level chest, you have a higher chance to get better quality. For example, this one is 771. And mm, this is how chests work in this game. Now, sometimes when I'm playing adventures, right now there are no um, running repeatable adventures. The Rune Hunters is repeatable, but it only offers gold as a reward. So I don't think it's worth spending gems for energy in order to do it. However, if you want to spend, I'm not sure if Gong's song is available here. No, it isn't. Okay. But when I'm doing adventures, repeatable adventures, usually at the highest level of the adventure is level 80 to 90. So when those adventures grant a lot of food, for example, Gong Sushi Surprise or Farm Girls Day Out, I usually get the chests from those ones. And of course, whenever you get one chest, it's back to 101. So let's open a high level chest. You don't have to open right away. You can select one minion to open it and then select one of the chests that you have opening right now. For example, this one, and spend food to speed up the opening process. This one, again, I only got 3 drops, 1 item, 1 spell, and food, when I should have gotten 4 of them, which means that I got food twice. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the amount of food that you need to spend to open a chest. As you can see, you can open or obtain a new chest and then replace one of the chests that you already have here opening by the new one by spending food. But you can also open a chest at any point in time by spending food. Now, how much food do you need to spend? It's a slightly complicated formula because the game does a calculation and then it lowers the number, it rounds down to the lower 2 minutes and then adds four. So just the general rule of thumb is number of minutes left times two. So this one is 2 hours left, almost 2 hours left. 2 hours means 120 minutes times 2, 240 food. This one, let's say, for example, this is 7 hours and 10 minutes. 7 hours would be 42, so 420, right? Yeah, 840, and then you have to add those 10 minutes, which will be 20 additional, so 860. As you can see, 864. You won't get the exact number because, as I said, the formula is a little bit complicated when you need to round up or down, but the general rule of thumb is food required, multiply the number of minutes left by 2, and that is roughly the amount of food you require. And that's about it. If this video was helpful, please like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.